Hey guys, Brent here at AVENU Fitness in Houston, Texas, and today we're continuing that talk about 30-minute training. What if this was all the time that we had to connect with our clients, to create that relationship, to build the value in, to help them say, hey, you know what? 30-minute sessions are the right thing for me. So I always get this question on a regular basis here when I look at it and people go, you know what? I've trained hours for years. I've been doing this for 5 years, for 6 years, for 12 years. I've been training my clients for all this time doing hours. There's no way they're going to convert down to the 30-minute sessions. I'm going to say, hey, just like anything, it's a skill, it's an art. It's the ability to be able to go, you know what? If I believe in this 30-minute sessions, the converting process typically is very easy to do. A lot of people like to go into this blindly. They don't believe that 30-minute session is the best thing to do, but yet they try to tell their clients that it's the best thing for them. They only look at it and say, hey, you know what, if I convert them down to 30 minutes, I can make more money in the same hour. And I'm trying to tell you here now, you know what, that's not the right step to take. There's a video I've got out there. It's all about, hey, you know, why we should believe in it. I would suggest that you check that out. But for today, we're talking about this converting aspect of what can I possibly do to begin to convert my clients from the 60 minutes down to the 30-minute training here. And I'll tell you this here, it's just kind of a little funny saying here, not bad grammar with it all, less fluff, more better. But there's a story from Mark Parker, who's the CEO of Nike. He was talking to Steve Jobs, the former CEO, obviously, of Apple. When Mark first got the job at Nike, he had got a call from Steve Jobs, and Steve said, hey, you know what, I want to congratulate you. Mark was like, was there any advice that you have for me? And Steve looked at him, didn't look at him, obviously speaking to him on the phone. He says, yeah, he goes, you know what, Nike makes some of the best product in the world, stuff that you lust after, stuff that is just so beautiful. He goes, but you also make a lot of crap. He said, get rid of the crappy stuff and just focus on the good stuff. And with that simple phone call, with that simple philosophy, I mean, and technically it's this, less fluff, more better. You know, Mark turned around Nike's future, and they got rid of a lot of stuff that they did. It's the same approach that Steve took when he came back to Apple way back in the days. He came in, basically drew out this famous kind of quadrant. He said, you know what, we got the personal, we got the business, and we said, hey, we got the desktop, we have the laptop, and let's get rid of everything else that we're doing. They focused their business back, and that's what I'm talking about with our 30-minute training. And we have to look at this and say, hey, technically, am I investing in the right activities? When it comes to your client walking in the door for the problem that they are truly trying to solve, are you investing in the right activities? Do they need a 5-10 minute walk, you know, when they're on the treadmill with you standing beside them, chit-chatting with them along the way to kind of kill 5 to 10 minutes of the session? Because again, we all do that. Do they need the 5 to 10 minutes at the end of the session where, you know, you're spending that time stretching with them or kind of delaying things, and you're kind of drawing out the last couple of things that you're doing to make sure that you fill the void of that, you know, kind of 10 to 15 minutes that you might have there at the end of the session? But when you ask this question here to say, hey, am I investing in the right activities? You look at your clients and say, what problem do they truly want for me to solve? How can I help them to solve a problem? And there's only one problem that you can work on at a time within your training program. Are they trying to lose weight? Are they trying to build muscle? Are they trying to correct a problem, maybe a shoulder issue, maybe a hip issue, maybe a knee issue, or something along those lines? Are they just generally trying to feel better with you all? All those problems, so to say, are solved in different programs, different sessions. They're not all solved at one time. So I think when you start to begin to ask yourself this question, am I investing in the right activities? You start to begin to wonder, you go, wow, maybe do I really need to do 4 rounds of this? Do I need to do 3 sets of that? Or can I start to eliminate things? Because that's the hardest thing to do. The simplicity of eliminating things, when you start to peel the onion back, so to say, from what you're doing with these 60-minute sessions, go, oh, you know what, I can't, I've got to put all this stuff in. And sometimes we look at our 60-minute sessions like a buffet line. We just throw it all in. There's no way that we could possibly leave anything out because we got to try everything. But with the 30-minute session, that buffet, that plate, so to say, that we always try to encourage our clients to eat on a smaller plate, it's the same thing. They're just getting a smaller plate. They're still getting those big rocks in there. If you have a smaller plate, you choose a little bit more wisely. And that's the same thing that I'm asking you to do here with the 30-minute sessions, is start to ask yourself this question, am I investing in the right activities? I've got 2 other videos here that kind of go into the program design side of things and into the belief aspect of why you should be believing in it all. But when you watch these 3 videos, you start to take on this challenge of, can you do 30-minute session on yourself? Can you start to believe in it first? Because then you're going to start asking yourself, am I investing in the right activities for myself? Don't worry about your clients yet, because I don't want you to step forward and start to try to train them with the 30-minute sessions until you've got a good hold of it yourself. You're doing it yourself. You're believing in it yourself. You're seeing results yourself that you're actually technically wanting to achieve, because then when you go forward and you speak about it, people believe you a lot more of going, you know what, you're not just being a hypocrite here. You're not just trying to take more money from me. You're not trying to just get more people in the door. They're like, no, there is a deep-seated belief that you are investing in the right activities. So I encourage you this, check it out anytime that you need to here. Check out AVENUfit.com. You come over to BrentGallagher.com. Connect with me in any way, Brent at AVENUfit.com. Reach out, ask any questions regarding this 30-minute session, because I promise you, as we move forward into the future, people's time is starting to slip away. That free time they have to invest in an hour in your training services, plus the 15 minutes ahead of the session, plus 15 minutes after the session. We're now at 90 minutes. I'm simply trying to help you out with saying, hey, let's give our clients their time back. Let's figure out ways with this 30-minute sessions here that we can simply start to deliver on the results and start to help more and more people within our community start to live a fit and healthier life.